Hello YouTube, and welcome everyone. So I want to do this quick review of the most worldwide owned jeans in the world. This is 501 STF, which means shrink to fit. So this Levi's is super popular, very common, and millions has been produced. And I purchased this pair in here in US on Levi's website. The price is it's $79.50, which is crazy because all of you guys, you probably know that just a couple years ago it was probably around $49.50. It was probably around $50, and sometimes even for you could get on sale for $40. So anyway, I'll explain you the reason why I decided to make this review. I own quite a few of them, and I just noticed how the quality has declined. So on my first impression is they look just fine. I mean, let's face it, when you just get it brand new, they look just absolutely fine. And also, like, to make a review of STF is pretty tough because you should first soak them, soak them, and then to make a review, because now they just, if you put them the way it is, they would look like just garbage bags. They would look very baggy and long. So the size I purchased, I always buy this STF. This is 35 waist and 32 length. My normal 501s is 34-30. So and usually my inseam is about 29, so this is the 32. I don't cuff it up. If you guys want to cuff it up, you should get like extra one more size. You should get like 34 lengths. But it's kind of your own preferences. This denim looks just fine. Like I said, my first impression, it's all the classic button fly. Let's see. It's pretty much like traditional 501s, the copper rivets here, and traditional 5-corner pocket. Also there's a two, which is important, kind of a two different color thread. This is orange and this is kind of a little brighter yellow. And there is no LVC has hidden concealed rivets here. This is just a Bartox, which is kind of pretty good quality. So, but anyway, so I decided to wait and see what it looked like before and after, and this way I will do the post. And this is the same identical pair, probably about like close to 6 months. So, and this would be like a reference point, and this is what I've been wearing in and out for about 6 months, and that's what I want to talk to you about it. So this denim, it's clearly, as you know, this is unsanforized. So you have to, before you buy, you need to know your size, and like I said, you have to soak it and put them on while they're wet. Usually I do this kind of like just a slightly warm water. You can put in a hot, and depends on what, because if you put in a hot water, they will shrink a lot quicker, and there would be a lot more shrinkage. So it like I said, this is very individual, and usually I kind of destroyed quite a few pairs like this because I was never satisfied, and you buy another one, and again, back then they were cheap. So. But I kind of had experience of getting, because I went through probably 5-6 pairs of this STF jeans. And like I said, this is not LVC, this is very generic, like mass production jeans, which you can get off just the Levi website or Levi store at your local, depends where you live. There is a bunch of them in the US. So anyway, it looks good. Like I said, this is nice, kind of at first impression feels like it's nice and kind of like a stiff denim. If you try to get into it, it's a little, it's kind of a, I mean, it's not fussy. It has a little fuzz, but it's not super tight. So nowhere near close to like you buy, you know, salvage denim. Absolutely not. And that's what I want to talk about it. So when I washed this pair, and this one I had several washes. Yeah. Well, before I mentioned, this pair is made in Egypt. This made in Egypt as well. Some of them sometimes in Mexico, Bangladesh. They used to be in Mexico only, like back in the 90s. So now it's a lot of, you know, different countries, Pakistan, Bangladesh, or Turkey, or in this case, Egypt. So what happens is, when I washed it, I did soak it at first. This is a pair, like I said, after 6 months, identical pair. I did soak it first, and then after soak, I had only probably 3 cold washes. And I never really do like any, I never use a hot water. But it was a big disappointment. The first, let's talk about the fit. So the latest, which means this is pretty much the latest pair you can get. They come as more like as a, it says a regular straight. Let's see here, original shrink to fit, sits and weighs straight leg here. So what I discovered, they're really not. They're actually more like a tapered, and I did not like this. Let's actually measure it. This is a brand new. Like I said, it's not before any soaking, and unsanforized. So let's do like at the knee. We have 13 down, and there would be 9.5 here across the knee. At the hem, at the bottom, you're gonna have like 8.25. So, and it's about the front rise. Let's see, it's about 12.25. Okay, that's pretty high. It's, but I think that's what it's supposed to be. And so after, like I said, this is 4 washes. First of all, the denim, it's become super light, which I don't like. It faded too fast. I mean, in this, I know it's hard to see on the YouTube video, but they become way too light, and the denim, it just like, it's loose. It's a light. There is no any density. Then at the bottom hem, what I kind of started when I started after several washes, I decided they're like, hold on a second, they don't feel right, because that's what happens. This is actually 7.5. This is almost like a tapered leg here, which I actually don't like, because traditional 501s, it's usually straight leg. It's got to be 8 or like 8.5 inches, and that's what interesting, because for reference, I have this. This is old STF from probably 12 years ago, and look at the color. Look at the color. Look at the depth of this nice indigo, and look at this one. And this has been washed, because keep in mind, this is almost like 12 years old jeans. This has been washed more than 4 times, much more. And look at the difference in the color. This faded so fast, and just in 6 months. And also this size, and this is the same size, by the way. And also, like, look at this. This is about 8.5 inches. So, plus keep in mind, this is actually, I'm sorry, because my size was different 12 years ago, and this is one size down. This is 33 actually. So I was wearing 33, so this was 34 when I purchased it. So it's still 1/2 inch wider at the hem, and also, this is like LVC. Also, look at the denim comparison. This is 1-year-old pants, and look at the difference in the denim. So what I'm trying to say, when you buy this, also before I forget, let's measure it real quick. Is a front rise, and that's about 11 and a half. Yes, so it's pretty much shrunk from 12 to 11 and a half. And forget the price. I mean, the price increase is huge, right? From 49 to 79. But it just, the denim, it's not what it appears to be. This is, look at this. I mean, this is just the 3-4 washes, and it faded so quick. What the problem is that you don't get the nice natural fade, and you're not gonna get any whiskers, you're not gonna get any honeycomb. Look at this, it's practically nothing. Normally after 6 months you already see some, under your knees, like honeycomb development. No, none of this. So what I'm trying to say, you certainly, I'm not trying to say that don't buy it, but if you buy it, just, make sure that you might just want to throw it away. It's pretty tough to break them in, so you're taking your chances. So before to spend this, $79, $80, you have to think twice. Maybe I should go and get some kind of a Brave Star or some of those like smaller companies, or pay up for like $200 for like better brands and better jeans, like maybe get a salvage. So think twice about it, because it's cheap, not necessarily good. That's all I want to say. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much. And I will put these ones on myself just at the end of this post, and you will see what they look fine, but I think it's not the cut I like. Thank you. Okay, I just want to show you real quick how they fit. So again, this is STF 501. STF, it's not LVC, it's just a generic STF from Levi's website. Again, full price $79.50, almost $80. So I just want to show you real quick how they fit it. As you can see, to me, they look like almost like a 545. They like tapered. So they find in the knees, they could be even less than the knees. So I think it's, probably just a little over 9 inches. They faded way too quick. And again, it's not just to fit the denim, like in previous review. So I compared the denim. So this is like way too like a bluish. It's not this dark indigo anymore. It's sort of like, they look like real cheap. I'm sorry, but it's up to you guys to decide. If you have any comments, please shoot me the questions and or comment on it. I would like to know your opinion, but to me they just look tapered. Again, the regular LVC almost half an inch or an inch wider at the hem. So otherwise they're fine. Again, this is the size I purchased. It's 35 in the waist, and it's 32 in seam. As you can see, they shrunk as they should, because this is STF. Like I said, it's been soaked once for like half an hour in the cold water, and then maybe 3 more cold washes. I never use like washing machine or dryer, nothing like this. So only cold water. And as you can see, this is the results. So this is, like I said, it's a very generic STF, which used to be a couple years ago, they were like $40. You could have, probably they might have some sale, like you might be able to get them like for $50. I don't know exactly. But again, thank you so much for watching, guys. And please put some likes and subscribe. And see you soon again. Bye. Hi guys, I'm sorry. This is a little addition to the post. So I think I realized that I did not. We measured the front rise, and I did not measure the the waistline. And let's do it real quick. I think this is important for those who in case if you guys want to try it, and if you have your old jeans for the reference, you should know. So this is, again, this is unwashed. This is all raw, unsanforized STF, and let's line up like you should do when you measure any denim. And let's do, this is 19. So 19, exactly 19 inches. So which is perfect because it allows you, because if this is 35 size, the waist size, and my regular size is 34, it's usually 34, it's 18 inches exactly. So I allow myself exactly 1 inch to, for shrinkage. So which is perfect. And I think what it's also I like about this, actually, that they sell in 1 inch increments, the Levi's STF, so which means you can buy 34, 36, 37, so this, which is kind of a nice feature, because unfortunately LVC comes only in 32, it's in 2 inch increments, 32, 34, 36 and 38 and so on. So this is kind of a nice that I'm able to buy like 35 inches. So I wish they would do the same with the inseam, but unfortunately, like Wrangler does, they do like 30, 31 inches I could buy. Here it's only in 2 inch increments. So, but that's okay. So by the way, speaking of inseam, let's do it real quick. Make sure that, well, it's a little shorter. If we follow the seam, it would be actually 31.5. It's slightly shorter than 32 inches. So which is kind of, you keep in mind that. This is important. Let's do the other half. Sometimes they're not symmetrical. Okay, let's follow the seam. Same. So this is half an inch shorter. Keep in mind that. So you better maybe get a longer. You can always alter the length. This is pretty easy. I do personally myself. I have just like a regular sewing machine. You don't need the chain stitch. If you want to like chain stitch, you can. There's a bunch of websites actually. You can mail it, and they will send you back. I think it's like this service about 25 bucks if you like a denim hat. So I'm talking about chain stitches when you do like something like this. So anyway, this is it. Thank you so much. This is just a little addition.